What's going on, people? It's JM Speak Boxing. Make sure you subscribe to my channel before you click onto any of my videos. Also comment below in the comment section if you have any opinions on what I say in my videos. So on a lot of people's minds after last night's fight between Gennady Golovkin and Danny Jacobs is what's next for Gennady Golovkin. It was a fight where Gennady Golovkin looked human. It was a fight where a lot of people thought a blueprint was set to beat Gennady Golovkin. Golovkin won the fight by a close, narrow, unanimous decision. In a lot of people's eyes, and quite a few people's eyes anyway, it was a controversial decision. I managed to watch the fight back earlier, and basically, in my opinion, it's what you like really in some of the rounds. Like, some of the rounds are close, and you got Golovkin being the aggressor, typical Gennady Golovkin style, trying to push forward and walk his guy down, but Danny Jacobs was just too big for him last night to do that. Like, Danny Jacobs came into the fight 20 pounds bigger than Gennady Golovkin, in my opinion. Well, at least 15. People knew this was going to happen because Daniel Jacobs refused to do the IBF pre-fight weigh-in. Like, he refused to do that, and that's why the IBF title wasn't on the line for him in the fight last night. And also, Golovkin established a fantastic jab. Like, the jab he has is fantastic, and when he uses it very well. And he tends to use it against guys with power. We saw it against David Lemieux, but Danny Jacobs is a lot more technically sound than David Lemieux. David Lemieux is nowhere near the boxer technically that Danny Jacobs is. We saw the difference in that. Like, when Golovkin set the jabs tactics against David Lemieux, he just totally broke Lemieux down in the fight. Lemieux had no answer for it. And because Lemieux is just one style of fighter really, he just likes to come forward and throw a lot of shots, and he couldn't do that against Golovkin because Golovkin just broke him down with a jab and hurtful hooks to the body. That's what Golovkin wasn't really doing last night either. He wasn't digging shots to the body like he usually does. And Danny Jacobs don't really throw jabs in fights. Well, he does, but not many, because that's not his kind of style. He doesn't have the range for it to throw a big jab to establish a jab. So Daniel Jacobs did manage to land the cleaner power shots in the fight. Like, the CompuBox stats here say Gennady Golovkin managed to land 231 of 615 punches, which is 37.6%, and Danny Jacobs managed to land 175 punches out of 541 thrown, so that's 32.3. So Golovkin, out of total punches, landed more than Daniel Jacobs by a slim margin. So were the judges taking that into consideration as well? But I can argue a case for Daniel Jacobs, because Danny Jacobs was landing the cleaner power shots, and some of the exchanges, well, more exchanges than usual. Golovkin wasn't the better man. Jacobs seemed to be coming out on top in some of the exchanges, and he was winning rounds. Like, he was in the rounds, he was like not doing much for the first minute and a half, but in the final minute of a half of a round, he seemed to start boxing very well against Golovkin, and that nicked some of the rounds for him. But I can argue a case for both guys why people are thinking Jacobs won the fight. In my opinion, I think Golovkin won the fight just because he was the aggressor, and with the knockdown and everything, I just thought he nicked the fight. But Danny Jacobs deserves a rematch, and I think he should get a rematch, and that's what I think Golovkin should do next. In a perfect world, that would happen. Daniel Jacobs will get his rematch next, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think Billy Joe Saunders will get the fight against Gennady Golovkin next, but I think Gennady Golovkin really wants to get his hands on that WBO title and make a statement against another world champion in Billy Joe Saunders, and show, look, I'm still the monster you people think I am, because he was very angry with himself last night. In his post-fight interview, Golovkin even said he was angry and disappointed in his performance against Jacobs. So I think he's going to try and get the fight with Saunders and try and get it in Kazakhstan, his home country, and fight in front of his home fans and really put on a show and try and establish that aura of invincibility back. Because after last night's fight, he did look human in there and he did look like he was beatable. Also, the Canelo fight could be made for September. Like, I imagine Golden Boy wouldn't be so reluctant to put Canelo in there now with him later on in the year. I think they were waiting for a performance like this. I said this before in one of my previous videos. I think Golden Boy and Canelo's team were waiting for him to get hurt in a fight. Golovkin anyway, they were waiting for him to get hurt in a fight or get knocked down or grind out a decision victory, and that's what he did last night against Jacobs. Had to really grind down and nail down and knuckle down and to get the fucking victory over Daniel Jacobs. So yeah, this is what I think is going to happen next. I think he's going to fight the fight with Billy Joe Saunders, and I think he'll be able to beat Billy Joe Saunders. I don't know if he stops Billy Joe Saunders, because Billy Joe Saunders is a very tough man, but if he does manage to do it, it'll be a late stoppage, or he could win a wide unanimous decision against Saunders. But Saunders can really fight as well. People underestimate Billy Joe Saunders as a boxer, but Billy Joe Saunders was an Olympic boxer, so he has got a very good pedigree when it comes to boxing, but he doesn't really live the life and he's been inactive. So that could be his downfall in the fight against Golovkin. The Canelo fight, yeah, it could have a big build and they could really put a bigger buzz about the fight around, have it at a big stadium, or it will sell out in Vegas in seconds. So that could be an option as well. Also, the Daniel Jacobs rematch, you could just grant him the rematch and try and put it to bed, the claims that Daniel Jacobs was the better fighter last night. You could just have a rematch with Jacobs and try and get him out of there or win a wider decision so he can put all the controversy to bed. So it's all up to Gennady Golovkin now. So we're just going to have to wait and see in the upcoming months what's next for him. Tom Loeffler, his manager, and K2 Promotions are in charge of what his next step's going to be, and we'll have to wait and see what they come up with. So yeah, JM Speed Boxing.